today we spent the day at Harvest Fest. The kids had a ball doing cooking shows, cooking demonstrations, and actually cooked their food themselves, watching the sheepdogs, working the sheep, and watching the people on stilts blow bubbles. And playing in the, get this, animal pen with exactly the same animals we have here. But they had fun feeding all the baby lambs and the geese, the rabbits and the chickens and the goats and the piglets. They had fun seeing them all, even though we've got them all here, but that's alright. They had a ball, which was really nice. It wasn't as big as Farm World, which is what we went to last April, just before we moved into the farm. That was massive. The whole Lardner Park was full of stalls all about farming, whether you're a bigger scale farmer or a commercial farmer to a small hobby farmer. This was targeted more towards hobby farmers, which we are. I thought there would have been a bigger emphasis on local and regional artisanal producers, and I didn't really see that. There was a tiny section with some regional producers, but there was definitely much more at Farm World. It is the first year for Harvest Fest, so maybe they're just trying to build up their name, and hopefully next year they have more regional artisanal producers, which will be nice, because that's what I was going there for in particular. But I got a couple of things. I got a big jar of natural peanut butter. It's really hard to find natural peanut butter in our local store. You can get it at Aldi at our the nearest biggest town. But it was $15 for a kilo, and I thought that was a pretty good price for Queensland nuts as well. So they aren't Victorian, we are obviously Victorian, but they are still Australian nuts, which is nice. I also got some crocodile salami. We got to taste this and it was really, really yummy. Very different, obviously, to regular salami that's made with pork. So I thought I'd give this a try this weekend.
Where, Mum? Where?
And then there's a local farm in our area, and it's called St. Fiacres, named after apparently a patron saint who was a patron saint of gardening, if I remember correctly. She said there was a story about it, which I'll talk to her later about when we hopefully get to go visit the farm. But they have a massive market garden and they then preserve their produce. So I bought some sweet tomato relish, and they also have a vineyard called the Crooked Row. So I got some of their rosé, which I'll put in the fridge for tonight. Looking forward to trying this. Wait, I've already tried it. Looking forward to drinking this tonight. We also got a couple of free tomato seedlings. These are cherry tomatoes, and this is from one of the big tomato hot houses that grow tomatoes in this area. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they're in our massive town, in our big town. They're the tomato producers, so that's cool. I got a couple of cherry tomatoes to add in to the garden. I was also given a couple of big bags of grain from Grace Valley Grains. Is that right? Grace Valley? Pretty sure it's Grace Valley. They are a local producer of chicken feed. They are all natural. I've been using their grains, but not their premixes. So I use their dun peas and their maize and their oats to make up my own mix. But they've got a really high protein mix, and I will feed that to my meat birds or even my roosters when I want to grow them out, or if I'm noticing that my hens are lacking with our own mix. If it's a particular time in the season, say in winter when they're molting, maybe something like the higher protein mix will try and combat that, and they'll lay more eggs through that time. The kids had a ball, we had a ball. It was really nice to spend the day out there, and Israel even got interviewed for the Melbourne News. So I'm going to keep my eye open for that, and I'm going to try and record it and pop it on at the end of this. It isn't the regional news, it's actually the national news, so that's lots of fun. He got a little bit shy Even though he's used to being in front of the camera, I suppose there were strangers who were talking to him, so he's a little bit shy, but he looks gorgeous, and hopefully we can catch it and put it on here. Anyways, we're going out. We're going to a community scavenger hunt. We're really enjoying being connected into the community. We've connected with so many different people, and it's just a really nice feel being out here and making new friends to add to our already amazing friends that we've got back in Melbourne that like to come up and visit us on the farm as well. Anyways, we will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what we are doing tomorrow. Hopefully some more gardening in the veggie patch. But we've also got some friends coming up to spend the weekend with us. We're really looking forward to seeing them because it's been a while. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. They didn't include his interview, but we still made it in the news.
From furry friends and the latest in agtech to unique produce from the heart of the region, it's all here at Gippsland's newest festival.
It's a very modern event. It's got a great twist on it for food, drink, sustainable energies, organics, you know, people that are really keen to think about living off the grid.
Harvest Fest launched today and will run through to...
There's Squizzy. He's playing with the bubbles that these guys were blowing. They had a ball doing that.
Sunday. The family-friendly event is the first of its kind in the area, filling a gap for sea changers and those who have just started small-scale farming.
What we like to call urban warriors.
There are also some educational workshops and a few spots to put your feet up and take in the scenery. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without a Gippsland favourite, Paul McVale and the Baloka Working Dogs, attracting a whole range of spectators. Paul is one of 150 exhibitors here today, but it's not the only show he does with these dogs, doing demonstrations to teach the greater community about working dogs aimed mainly at hobby farmers.
They're sort of looking for a companion, you know, they're looking for a dog to herd their small flocks.
Tickets can be purchased online. Isabella Stashkovsky, 9 News.